So today we're going to take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. We're now on episode 21 of the series, and in the last episode we saw Libya unite into one country, which, as you can see, makes them the strongest main power in Africa. And Libya also decided to form the Star African Defense Pact, which is basically an alliance to prevent colonizers from doing colonizer things, if you know what I mean. And we also saw this Bhutan country implode, which is always fun. And Russia now has claims over Moldavian land. Yeah. But yeah, now let's get into the video. But first, we gotta have our daily Japan update. And the daily Japan update will be a pretty simple one on red team. Invade green team. Green team not strong. Green team die. Red team. What the? I still don't know why that keeps appearing. And red team annex. What the? What? Why did that happen? That was not supposed to happen at all. Okay, OBS is being weird. But yeah, red team annexes all of Hokkaido. Pretty simple daily Japan update, like I've said before. Next up, we have this country, this poor little country, surrounded by Star Alliance members. And this alliance, although it's made to be an anti-colonization alliance, that doesn't mean that they aren't going to invade other countries. So yeah, this country is surrounded by Star Team members, so yeah, it's cooked. Because as when you start to see this happen, you know you're cooked. Like, you can't escape this. This country knows it just has to accept its fate. There is no way, and heck, that this country is going to prevail here. So this country, he surrenders over to the Star Alliance, and that sends a pretty worldwide message to all the African nations. Stay in my alliance or die. And now we can see how the Star Alliance is going to carve up the green country. And the splitting looks like this. Libya getting the most of the country that was once here, and the surrounding countries only get minor war spoils. So yeah, goodbye, Lime Team. Next up, we have poor old Myanmar and Thailand. These guys have recovered from episode 11 by now, and have actually done a pretty good job at establishing themselves more, and their economy is great. But Bangladesh and Vietnam are like, nope, you can't have nice things in life. And yeah, they're getting jumped. So Bengali troops start to flood into Myanmar, while Vietnamese troops enter into Myanmar from the west and into northern Thailand. And Thailand is by far the weaker of the two, so they managed to siege Bangkok, shortened, and Thailand falls, and Bangladesh manages to capture the capital city of Myanmar, cutting off this area, encapsulating it, and Myanmar surrenders. Now let's see how the two circular powers are going to carve up Myanmar and Thailand. And in this peace treaty, we can see that Myanmar seizes these lands to Vietnam, and all of Thailand goes to Vietnam, and Bangladesh annexes whatever is left of Myanmar. And actually, Vietnam is going to unite with Cambodia. And you might be wondering, why are they uniting? And while the Cambodians were always good pals of the Vietnamese, they fought alongside each other in the Southeast Asian country draft, and they hold very good relations with the Circle Alliance. So, in reality, this was a long time coming, and although this is a union, I'm not going to change the color of Vietnam because I like the color here, and I like maroon. So, it's not the same the Vietnamese Union, but just pretend that it's a different country, although it has the same color, okay? Okay. Next up, we are going to see the return of what's hopefully a familiar face. The Danish are back, and they are better than ever. They actually kind of liked being under the Khmer Union's control, but they now see the Khmer Union as a failing country, so they decided to take all of the main European land, ignore the tolerance going into Prussia. That's not actually happening, so pretend it's not happening, okay? Because I'm gonna fix it. Okay, I fixed it, and the Danes are going to put their capital where it used to be before the Great European War. So, good for Denmark. Next up, South Africa is going to do something for once, and they are going to annex a crap ton of land that they should have gotten earlier, and that was my bad because I kind of forgot they existed. But I hope I can make up for that with them annexing a crap ton of land. And some new countries are going to pop up here because more and more people are starting to move into Africa. We see like a greenish Eswatini country over here. Then a pretty big Mozambican country here. An orangish country here. And lastly, a light green one over here. Next up, we are going to see this pink country get jumped by South China and Vietnam. And although Vietnam and South China are rivals, they just don't hate each other that much. They are willing to work together and stuff, and in some situations, and this situation is one of them. And yeah, this country has no chance. Ignoring spilling into North China, that's not supposed to be happening. But yeah, this country capitulates very quickly. Not all of China gets. Yeah. Just know that South China did not just invade all of North China with ease. Tolerance just not working with me today. And South China's like, well, we're at it, let's invade this country. And they invaded, and yeah. Now let's get to the peace treaty. And those countries are carved up like this. I'd say it's a fairly even split. And now it looks like Vietnam has some sort of disease going on over here. But that's not important right now. Next up, the red team is going to be invading these two countries over here. And the red team, and they were not planning to do this, but they were in a panic since they were worried that these guys were going to join the Star Alliance, so they knew they had to act quickly. And they capture the capitals of these two countries with ease. And these two countries surrender over to the red team. And I don't think I even need to cut this because it's fairly obvious what the red team is going to do here. And that thing is full annexation from the red team. And like I said, they were not anticipating this, and the only reason they are doing it is because they were afraid that these guys were going to join the Star Alliance, so they knew they had to act quickly. So yeah, I am just explaining this now. Next up, this Galician country is going to join the Circle Alliance. And this is basically just to gain even more protection from the red team, because they have seen that the red team will be aggressive if needed. So although they're already protected by the French Union, they want even more protection. So they just joined the Circle Alliance to make that official, is what you could say. Next up, or lastly, an interesting event just happened in Azerbaijan. The leader of Azerbaijan just died. He died of old age. He lived a long, healthy life, and yeah, he led Azerbaijan for around 50-ish years, which is a very long time. And now the country is basically like, all right, who will take the throne of leaders? And the leader had two sons, one fairly democratic and a reasonable guy, and one that is very extremist, is what you could say. He wants to conquer the world, basically. And nobody knows how the leader is going to get selected, and I will leave the rest of this in the next episode. So yeah, that will do it for today's episode of What If Civilization Started Over. Please leave a like and subscribe, smash the notification bell, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the flip side. Also, by the way, sorry if this episode was a bit shorter than usual. I was in a hurry, okay? Now bye.